Hello, everyone. We are going to do the before spread for week 5. So we're 000 under week 5. The stillness between worlds. This spread marks the pause between the descension and the ascension, the holding zone where nothing is fully gone and nothing is fully formed. It's the liminal space where you can learn to rest in uncertainty without forcing clarity. The soul often brings you here to rewire your trust, to test your ability to sit with silence, and to remind you that stillness is not punishment but preparation. Here you begin to understand that waiting can be holy, that the unseen is still in motion, and that faith is not passive but active surrender. So we're going to shuffle and leave the deck off to the side, set the intention to do so. Give it a couple splits. Okay. The suspension. What area of my life feels paused or uncertain, and what deeper purpose might this stillness be serving? So I'm going to do 2 cards here. What area feels paused or uncertain? Yeah. So for me, this is very literal at this moment, but I cannot talk about it at this time. But in regard to this, I would say waiting for justice, waiting for fairness to be restored, waiting for the right thing to happen in your favor. And what deeper purpose might this stillness be serving? 5 of Swords in this regard, I would say learning how to advocate for yourself, learning how to fight for yourself, learning how to do what you can to get on track towards your own justice. The echo. What old belief or story keeps echoing through this pause, asking to be heard and released? I'm going to do both cards here. Page of Pentacles and 4 of Cups. Something to look forward to again. What story keeps echoing through this pause, asking to be heard and released? Getting lost in the mundane, finding something to look forward to again. A restoration of hope of this card specifically, a restoration of hope of justice. So these 2 cards here, I would say, what old story or belief keeps echoing through the pause? It's like an echo that's leaving of hopelessness leaving. So it's like yelling on its way out, asking to be heard and released. It is being released. The threshold. What part of me is being refined or redefined in this space between endings and beginnings? I'm going to do 2 here. A rebalancing out of belief systems, a restabilization of belief systems, a filtering of what actually fits in the established belief systems and what is maybe leftover residue that still has to be filtered out. So what part of me is being refined or redefined? A grounded, balanced approach to filtering through belief systems. The invisible work. What unseen transformation is quietly taking place beneath the surface while I wait? So see how the page is going this way, and the 5 is the battle's behind the page. So what unseen transformation is quietly taking place? The battle is now behind, and the distance forward is the same as distance away from the battle. So every step now, you're not going deeper into the battle, you're moving beyond it. The silent teacher. Oh, so I would say what unseen transformation? Going into peace, going away from internal and external chaos. Silent teacher. What is the wisdom this pause is trying to teach me about trust, patience, or timing? Six of Swords, Eight of Cups in reverse. That if it's not over, it's not, if it's not, it's not the end if it's not over. There's always another move to be made, even if you can't see it initially. You just need to keep taking one step after another. You're not going to leave something unfinished or unfulfilled that needs to be. So as long as you just keep putting one foot in front of the other, you'll find a way forward. You'll find a way to fulfill the task. So what is the wisdom this pause is trying to teach me about trust, patience, or timing? Sometimes all you can do is focus on the step in front of you, but if you just keep doing that, you'll find a way to fulfill the mission. And the reflection prompt: before beginning, write one sentence that starts with, "This week I'm learning that stillness is not stagnation. It's the sacred ground where new life begins to breathe." Queen of Pentacles and Page of Swords in reverse. I would say stillness is not stagnation. It's the sacred ground where new life begins to breathe. I would say it's only in that stillness that we can truly hear which voice is ours and be sure that we're not assigning other voices that aren't ours to what would be our voice out of chaos or confusion or distortion. We need that stillness. We need that perceived stagnation, which is really just space, so that we can filter out which voice is ours and which one we want to listen to. And if that voice needs to be adjusted, we can't do that when we're hustle and bustle and crazy all the time with so much to do. So the stagnation isn't really stagnation, it's space for clarity. So I'm learning that stillness is not stagnation, it's the sacred ground where new life begins to breathe. I would say because only in that stillness can you decipher your own truest voice. And only in that stillness can you create the space to host that fertile ground. So that's how I would answer that. I will see you in the next part for the after spread.